Welcome back, and we'll be using another quick questions with Becca. Lauren did these same questions the other day, and her answers were really cool. So if you haven't checked it out, I'll link it below. And I'm just going to answer the same questions and give you my answers. And I'm going to add one more question at the end, and we'll add that into next week. I love doing questions, so ask us more. Message us on Instagram, Facebook, and our Facebook group. And I'd love to know more questions. Oh, look what just came in today. What's wrong with you people? RC Sproul. I love this quote. Lauren just sent this in to me, and I just got it today. So I was like, yeah, I'm totally filming with that. I'm so excited. She also sent the Valentine's Day one, so I'll wear that for our Valentine's Day special episodes. I'm really excited about that one too. But these are such great questions that we got in. Patrick over at Cave to the Cross sent these in. I think most of the questions that we have are from him. So Patrick and Tony from Cave to the Cross, please answer these questions and put it in a video and send it to us. I will put that all over the place. These questions are great. And look, guys, I am wearing my hair down. I don't think I've ever worn my hair down. Look at that. Actually, I do have hair. It's brown smoke, but I still have hair. It's really thin. Well, I usually wear it up too because it's kind of warm in the closet that I film. My cheeks are already getting red. But these are great questions. So how do you pick a book, and what are you currently reading? Great question, because now I'm done with my school program that I was a part of for associate's degree, and last semester was my last semester. However, I'm in a women's teaching course at a local seminary, and we're reading in that this month 40 Questions About Interpreting the Bible by Robert L. Plummer. So that one's a good one. And I like to read this and recommend this to people. I like to read this with my husband. It's called A Gospel Primer. I have to really think about that. I really want to say Primer by Milton Vincent, but it's really cute, really easy read to do together right before bed. It's usually one section. And then if you're curious to know what Lauren and I are reading, she actually mentioned it in her videos too, but I don't know, are you guys an auditory, you like to listen to the book, audiobook, or do you like to read it? I like to read it and have it in my hands and highlight and make notes, and not a very great auditory book listener for some reason. I don't know, maybe if you have tips, send it to me. I'd love to know. But we're reading Living in God's Two Kingdoms by David VanDrunen. I first heard about this from Theology Gals, and they discussed about, and I think this is a breakdown of Martin Luther's Two Kingdom doctrine. So Lauren and I have been talking about this since we started the podcast, and now we finally have time to read that together. So we're reading that, and also we factor in, we're having authors on the podcast over the next couple months, so we'll be reading their books before they come on, and so I'm really excited about that too. So that's kind of how we've been choosing books, and some of them are already chosen for me. Second question, do you stop reading when the book isn't good? How long do you give it? Really great question. I liked Lauren's answer. She was like, I push through it as much as possible, and I have to agree to that. I kind of think of it as this thing that stuck with me since my early college days when I was taking prereqs. I took an intro to Shakespeare class once, and it was really good. I actually had a really great professor, and I really enjoyed it. And he said this one thing that's just stuck with me ever since. And he mentioned about you could read all of Shakespeare's works, all of his plays and sonnets, and you could finish in about an entire summer if you did that full time. But you would never in your lifetime finish all the works about Shakespeare. So I am a big believer in life's short, read good books. So I actually heard someone say that at church once, and I was like, yeah, that quote, life's short, read good books. And I kind of give it 2 chapters, and if it's just not something that I feel like is going to be beneficial, I try to skim through the rest and then get rid of it. I really like being able to come back to books again and read them again, or look back over my things that I've highlighted, the notes that I've put in. So, but yeah, I'm a big believer in like, you know, life short, read good books. Number 3, what books, non-theology or fiction, do you enjoy? So I enjoy fantasy books, children's books, and young adult fiction are my favorites to go through. Other than like theology books, but these are some of my favorites. Like James and the Giant Peach was actually the book that got me into reading. I love that, and Matilda. I also really like Harry Potter. I actually have never finished the entire series of the books because I don't know if anybody else has like experienced this, but I've bought the books so many times and then I would like get convicted of like, you know, as a Christian and throw them away or get rid of them. And I did that so many times. And I actually really enjoyed the third one where Harry, well, I'm not going to, no spoiler alerts in here. So I won't say anything. But the third one's my favorite so far. But also like Beauty and the Beast, not the, I mean, I love the Disney movie, of course. It's my favorite Disney movie. But it's Beauty and the Beast by Robin McKinley. It's more of a young adult fiction book, and I really enjoy that one. I actually read it a few years ago again, and I just really enjoy her writings. And of course, Anne of Green Gables, classic, love that one. I love the movie from the 80s, and I cannot recommend the one that's on Netflix series. Just stick to the book and like those old ones from the 80s. I love that. And Road to Avonlea. Does anybody else remember that? I love that show too. Okay, number 4. Have my thoughts changed about communion since like coming out of the Reform movement, or coming out of the Reform, coming out of Word of Faith and into the Reform movement? Well, if I recall, in my Word of Faith days, everybody partook. Like everybody, children. It didn't seem like people didn't. Like it was very encouraged. Just quickly ask for forgiveness and take it. Now becoming reformed and redeemed, I really enjoy it now because it's just such a great moment. Kind of reminds me of like when we're singing together as brothers and sisters in Christ. It's another great profession of faith and encouragement, and so I think of it as another great moment that we're sharing together as brothers and sisters in Christ, and get to partake. And we only do it like once a month, I think, at our church. But how about you guys? What do you think? What are your thoughts on communion? 5, when witnessing to a person is there some point where you draw the line that says, I'm casting pearls before swine, and you stop? So that's an interesting question too. I haven't really, pray for me. I haven't really done a whole lot of, like evangelism outside of church or outside of, I've had some with my family. It's actually gone really well with like, sharing things with my sister. So be praying for that. I hope Lauren and I are actually hoping to have her on here, and I'm hoping she'll come to church with me. And I'll be praying for my sister. Her name's Kristen. Oh my gosh, if she comes on, you guys are gonna be able to like tell us apart. Not physically, but like our voices. My sister and I sound the same. And we're from California originally, and so we get more and more Valley Girlish as we are like near each other and talking. And so it's gonna be funny. We gotta have her on. And that's been going really well. It hasn't gone so well with like, I would love to share more with my family. My family's more open. My husband's family, it's like they are all in Word of Faith. Oh, sorry. What is this? Oh my gosh, I had a note to myself. That is a reminder to watch Cave to the Cross. How funny is that? I want to watch more of their stuff. But I love the guys over at Cave to the Cross and Patrick. And I think you asked a question about your kids are so super cute, and they are super cute. And so is Lauren's daughter. She's so cute. She said I had really pretty hair. So everybody's kids are cute. But yeah, but yeah, please pray. I would love to hear your guys' suggestions and stuff on evangelizing and sharing the gospel with family and friends and to strangers. I would love to know. So number 6, who wrote the book of Hebrews? Wrong answer. R.C. Sproul. I just think he would break down like in Hebrews the way Hebrews is written. I think it might be Arts and Sproul. Number 7, favorite toy growing up. I actually got a boombox. I forget how old I was. I want to say I was around 9 or 10, and it was pink. It was so cute. I used that thing, and it used to have a cassette player. It had cassette and CD capability, of course. So I would record like my favorite songs, and then you'd have to hit stop, and then and then I would do it again. So I had all these mixtapes. I wish I had them still. And now it's like a big thing. Like kids are getting back into analog again, which is more vinyl records or cassette players actually. Yeah. So that's my pink boombox from the 90s. Let's see, number 8. What was the first gaming system you played? Good question. Really good question. Okay. I'm pretty sure it was Nintendo, and I really enjoyed the Mario Tetris, but what was it called? Dr. Mario? I still love, like, I can hear the music right now. I love the music for that. Yes. But yeah, the first Nintendo, and played a lot of the Super Nintendo. But we have a retro player that plays both, and we have some old games, and I get frustrated. I still can't even beat Super Mario Brothers. But I really like Mario Kart. Gotta get that. I'm gonna make a note. Gotta get that. Number 9. This is a new question that is for next week for Lauren. What fictional character do you wish you could meet? It's not a great one. So I'd love to hear your answer on that. I'm trying to think who I would want to meet. I think it has to be like, it's hard. I think I would, that's a hard one. I was thinking either Frodo or Samwise Gamgee, like one of those, but I don't know which one. So yeah, tell me you guys' answers. I'm curious. Yeah, I hope this blessed you guys. All right, talk to you guys later. Bye.